Peace and love, and thank you so much for being here with me today. So today I just wanted to share a little bit of my story of my journey of womb wisdom. And so this journey was one of wanting to heal my body, wanting to heal myself from endometriosis. So endometriosis is a chronic illness. It is a chronic disease. It causes chronic pain and inflammation within the body, typically manifesting within the womb space and all of the uterus, the ovaries, and it sometimes grows outside of the womb space. It's like extra uterine lining or extra tissue. It sometimes grows on the bowels, the ovaries, all the way in the stomach. I think there's been research shown that it has even formed in the brain, but it's basically uterine tissue growing outside of the uterus. And then every month when the uterine lining sheds and the body bleeds during the menstrual phase, it also bleeds too. So it's almost as if you're bleeding in areas that you're not supposed to be bleeding in, and this causes lots of pain and lots of inflammation. It's like the body is attacking the body. All of the alarms go off in the body. It causes severe brain fog for many, and just severe fatigue, and it really can affect your quality of life. And if you're lucky, and I won't even say lucky, but if you, let's say, don't have a severe case of it, then you'll only experience this during your menstrual cycle, but you might also experience pain during ovulation. And for some people, this is a everyday occurrence, or it happens a lot. Like, people have flares outside of just the menstrual phase during that time of the month. And so I started to experience this at a very young age when I was first started my moon. So I was 12 or 13. I never had a menstrual cycle that wasn't chronically painful, and the doctors would prescribe me birth control, and I went through a lot of different birth controls because some would cause acne, others would cause mood disorders, and so I really felt like a guinea pig. Fast forward, I was told that I wouldn't have children, so I changed my diet. I started to exercise. I just wanted to be healthy for myself, and lo and behold, I ended up having twins. But once the breastfeeding phase was over and my menstrual cycle came back, so did the pain. So there was still more work to be done. And what I will say about this journey is, when I entered in and realized that I could potentially heal myself naturally, there was still an element of desperation to this, because I was just really tired of being in pain. First, the symptoms only would occur during menstruation, but then it started to happen during ovulation, and then so now I'm in pain. I'm having flares for 2 weeks out of each month, and then from there it started to spill into an everyday thing, where I know of some endo warriors who have to walk with a cane, and it really freaked me out. I really didn't want that to be my life, where it started to cripple me from the time with my children and just my everyday living, right? Because I've missed so many things because of this. I missed the Erykah Badu concert when I was 22 because I found myself in an endo flare. I missed my graduation test while I was in school, and I had to make those up. It really affected a lot of aspects of my life, my friendships, not being able to do certain things because I'm in bed 1 week out of every month, right? So I knew that something needed to change. But what I will say is, when I came from that space of desperation, I was throwing everything but the kitchen sink at my womb. I was taking herbs. I was consuming every supplement that I had researched and they said I might need. Like I honestly was just like, here body, like please just take it. Do like stop causing this level of pain. Like that's where I was. But it wasn't until I began to slow down and really build a relationship, reconnect with and develop the relationship with my body and with my womb, that I was able to really experience the transformation that was necessary. Because I think at first I just wanted the pain to be gone, you know, and I wanted it to be gone quick. I wanted a quick fix. And when it didn't work, I would go into a space of like helplessness and despair. But it wasn't until I took a moment to completely come into stillness, slow down, and really go back into my body and an acceptance of my experience and who I am and what I'm experiencing, and recognizing that, okay, I need to listen, I need to reconnect to myself and to my body. Because what I can speak from experience about, and also with working with my clients, is that when you experience that level of chronic pain or chronic discomfort within your vessel, you begin to disengage from your body. You start to become disembodied, like you disassociate with your body because you're fearful in your body. You don't trust your body. It's painful to be in your body. Like this isn't a pleasurable experience. You start to not trust your body. You feel betrayed by your body. You feel betrayed by your womb. And this can just really affect your life in other areas. It affects your life in all areas. It really plays with your mental health, as well as your emotional health. And then not to mention all the layers of feeling hopeless, or feeling unseen, feeling unheard, feeling like no one understands, feeling lonely. Like there's so many different layers to chronic illness, but mainly what I can speak to is endometriosis. So it wasn't until I began to really tap into my womb wisdom and develop a relationship with my womb and listen to the messages and what she was trying to tell me, and really, I would say really connected with my body, till I felt like I was getting somewhere. And when I started to realize that this was not just something that could be a quick fix, but that this was a healing journey, and that I had to be prepared for the journey and be okay with every step of the journey and accept myself at every step of the journey, this is when my life and my health really started to transform. So just as a testament to my journey and my experience, like I was at the Sex Down South conference this year, and this was the second year that I was able to attend Sex Down South. Not only did I attend last year and I supported one of my sisters with bending her table, but also this year I was able to work in the healing space and actually service others. And here's the kicker, y'all. I was on my moon. If you would have told me, let's say 12 years ago, that I would be able to do anything on my moon besides lay up in the bed and be suffering, I would have thought you were crazy, because I didn't see that life for myself. I would say it didn't happen until that moment, that very moment where I decided this is not my life. Like I remember saying that, like, yo, this is not my life. This is not my life. And that was the moment where I was like, okay, I was learning about chakras and energy work. And I'm like, if you can heal all these other things, and if everything is connected to like transformational, it's like, wow. Because before I had no choice. My body was under attack every moon time and during ovulation. So there was no other option. Like, it's like, okay, if you had any plans, cancel those plans. You're going to be in bed. And so to say that I'm here, the work speaks for itself. And it wasn't just one thing. It wasn't just changing my food, but I really had to change my life. I had to change my mindset. I had to change my systems. I had to heal. Like metaphysical cause in your body and your emotions. Then I was like, I can heal my womb. And then that moment when I said that, it was like something clicked. And like I said, when the journey first began, yes, there was still a spirit of just wanting a quick fix and desperation. But somewhere along the line, there was a switch where I came into the acceptance of my journey and where I was, and just continued to hold the vision that I was healed. And so, yeah, like, it honestly makes me a little emotional just to even think about it. And it brings me joy to be like, yeah, like, I did that. I just was at a whole conference holding space for others and being able to enjoy myself on my moon. And so now it's like I have the choice now. I have choice over what I choose to do. I mean, ideally, because it didn't come when I thought it was gonna come. Like, I honestly thought my moon was gonna come before the conference. But it's like I have choice to say, like, I want to rest because this is a time to go within and pour into myself. Or I kind of want to go out and just do some things. And to be able to even have that choice again in my life is trauma and blockages, and also learn to listen to what my body needs in the moment. And so it's a day-to-day, moment-to-moment relationship with the body, because what you may need, someone else may not need, and what worked for someone else might not be what you need. But to be able to be in a space to have a relationship with myself, to be like, my magnesium is low, which right now that is the case. I know that within myself, like, okay, my magnesium is low. I'm a little low on magnesium. So what am I going to do about that? How will I consume or make sure that my body gets the proper magnesium that it needs? I'm not hydrated enough. Okay. What am I going to do to hydrate myself in this moment? I got my chlorophyll water. I'm almost done. I need to grab some more, but it's having that relationship with yourself so that you can start to give your body what it needs and trust yourself again in order to come back into harmony with yourself and support your body, and then support your womb to come back into homeostasis. And like I said, that didn't begin with throwing everything but the kitchen sink at my womb. That began with coming back into my body and building a relationship with myself again. So that's all. That's it. That's a little bit about my story and my journey in womb wisdom.